I know. I'm. There's going to be people in the comment section saying, "Don't speak for me. I knew the Habs were going to be good this year. I knew they weren't going to be last place." I know there's a lot of people who are saying that. When I say everyone, I mean the general narrative about the Montreal Canadiens, which was that they were going to be a bottom 3, bottom 5 team in the NHL, and they very well still could be. There's going to be a ton of people saying, "Oh, we're only 9 games in. Come on. They're still going to be a bottom feeder this year, basement dweller in the National Hockey League." Okay, that's fine. If you think that, go right ahead. It's been said ad nauseum before the season. All the predictions had the Montreal Canadiens in the Connor Bedard mix. I came out and I said, there's too much talent on this team, man. Like, Jake Allen is a way better goaltender than he gets credit for. Montembeault is a serviceable backup. In an ideal scenario, he would be a 2B, so third stringer. But he's playing pretty well. Jake Allen has been awesome to start the season. And as far as the talent, like, people knew Caden Gooley was good, but did people know that he was going to come out here and be a stud number 1 defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens this year? David Savard has had his moments, but also has been serviceable at times. Jonathan Kovacevic, talk about out of nowhere RKO right hook. Seriously, gigantic surprise. I think he's been great as a waiver pickup for the Montreal Canadiens. Kovacevic, chef's kiss, dude. He's been awesome, seriously. And that's just a defense that has been holding their own way more than I thought they would. Led, of course, by the rookie Caden Gooley. Up front, this is where the talent's been shining, I think. Yes, Kirby Dach has left some more to be desired. Doesn't work as hard. Look at Tony Marinaro, what he thinks of Kirby Dach. He could work a bit harder, okay? We'll just say that. But up front, Suzuki, best start so far as a pro with that C on his chest. He looks great. Cole Caufield, a goal-scoring machine. People called me crazy when I threw him in the Rocket Richard trophy race a couple of weeks ago after that first game against Toronto. I'm telling you, this kid can put it in with the best of them. I think he's going to be neck and neck with Connor McDavid for that Rocket Richard this year. May not win it because McDavid is scoring at will this season. Might get 60, but he's going to be around it. I think Cole Caufield's going to have an absolute breakout season offensively. Again, with Suzuki, that duo just looks great. Monahan has been a revelation as far as how good he's played this year. Dvorak coming out and scoring a hat trick. I couldn't believe the Christian Dvorak hat trick. Slaf is finally starting to wake up a little bit. Might even get to stay in the NHL this year because of how he's played recently here after that injury. And finally saying we put him on the power play. Look what happens. Ovechkin's one from the right circle as far as a one-timer goes. Loved it from Slafkovsky. Just so many revelations. Gallagher looks like a different player this year, back to his usual self. Like, so much talent here that's been coming up. Am I saying they're going to win the President's Trophy? Of course not. Am I even saying they're going to make the playoffs? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, the words that are coming out of my mouth are that I think the people who were saying they were a bottom feeder, they're going to be top or bottom 3, bottom 5, I think they're wrong. I think the Habs are going to be a decent team. I think they're going to miss the playoffs by way less points than a lot of people think, and they might even squeak in at that very last playoff spot. That I don't really bank on it because I think the Leafs are going to wake up. And look, so many teams in that Atlantic Division are over 500, and the Habs, to make the playoffs, are going to have to absolutely scratch and claw with every ounce in their bodies. But through the first 9 games, to have 5 wins and to be above 500 is unbelievable. And look, of course, with teams like the Lightning getting off to the same start as the Habs, 5-4, with the Sens being 4-4 and being last in the division, the Sabres being good so far this year, there are some teams that are going to wake up. Also, the Toronto Maple Leafs, of course, and it's going to be very, very, very difficult. I don't think the Habs are going to make the playoffs. And again, if they do, it's going to be that last wildcard spot by the skin of their teeth on the last day of the season. I promise you that. But even if they miss by 2 to 6 points, which is what I predicted before the season starts, I really, really do think that that's a gigantic success of a season. And a lot of people are going to say, no, they need to get Bedard. They can't be in the middle ground there. This 2023 draft is going to be great. They got to get Bedard. Come on, they got to tank out. Look, if this team can remain competitive and take a step as far as their competitiveness, as far as learning how to win games, learning how to really grind it out and win a hard 2-1 game, a hard 3-2 game, coming back from being down 2 to 3 goals multiple times to win the game or get a point when they need it, those are such valuable lessons for guys like Suzuki, Caufield, Slafkovsky, Gulli. Such great lessons, and gives them confidence like, hey, okay, we have a good team. We're building something that can really be effective in the NHL. The Habs have tons of prospects, and don't get it twisted, they're going to get some more at this 2023 draft and in 2024. Ken Hughes has been racking up the first round picks. Do not worry about that. The prospect pool is fine. Guys like Sean Farrell, Lane Hudson coming down the pipe as well. Joshua Roy, Riley Kidney. There's so many. Logan Mailloux. Like, there's so many names out there in the Habs prospect pool. They're going to be just fine. They need to learn how to win. You don't want this to end up being the 2010 to 2015 Oilers with Taylor Hall, Jordan Eberle, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, where it was just okay to lose because they were going to get another first overall pick and everything was going to be Gucci next year. Not now. Now it's fine if we get demolished. No. Next year is when we're going to be good. You don't want that mentality creeping into your dressing room. You want guys who learn how to win and learn how to play hard, even when the team isn't predicted to be very good.